right, Saturday Graveler. Been wanting to do this for a little while, but kick off a Saturday morning gravel ride. So the boys and I headed north up towards Timberville. We hit Ridge Road. We had a couple like really good classic gravel routes. But then we continued even farther north, kind of up to where the apple orchards are.
Oh yeah.
And
where's the donut truck? The crew, they smell the donuts. I don't know where we'd ride today, but Ball's Orchard up here has these fresh apple donuts on the weekend. So that became our destination.
All right, so we finally found what we were looking for. The donuts were amazing, hot and fresh. They had like sugar on the outside and cinnamon. One of which I'd never seen before. Wow. And it headed sort of southeast toward Newmarket. And definitely started feeling it after 3 hours and maybe 1 or 2 or 3 too many donuts. Stomach was a little heavy. We kind of hit this really fun switchback downhill gravel road, which took us to the floodplain between Timberville and Newmarket. We had Pete Morris, Ken Bell, Mark Krantz, and Paul Diebel all out there rolling strong. I was definitely feeling it a little bit. You know, once we got to about 3 hours, it got to be a little harder, but you know, that's what training's for. We mostly worked together, just a nice steady pace. There were a few flyers and, you know, some people testing each other, but that's kind of the fun of it. We started to head back down south towards Linville, Edam area, and yeah, we just kind of got into the groove. Crancy was pushing it. We had Paul. He took a couple flyers. You can see him off in the distance, you know, sizing it up, you know, thinking, hey man, I might just take a little gamble here and ride the next 5 miles completely by myself. And then Mark started chasing and was like, okay, never mind. Maybe that's a bad idea. But yeah, what a classic route. This one is definitely going in the route book. I'll post this to Ride with GPS tomorrow. You'll see it on my Strava from today. Yeah, and it was just a gorgeous outing there today. Yeah, I was giving it some beans to catch back up here. You know, I kind of think that sometimes base training is a little bit overrated, you know, the long, slow distance. And yeah, well, for sure, I'll do some days that are steady and solid zone 1, not really fluctuating the power a lot. I really think that it's important to work on all the systems. So even on like a pretty steady ride like this, I'll pick a couple hills and give it some beans, push, you know, or close some gaps with a good hard effort, or I'll lock in and do some sub-threshold at the end. And par for the course, you know, it's a lot more fun than riding completely steady wattage. I don't think I looked at the power meter once today, which I think is really a great thing this time of year. You've got this phenomenal scenery, you've got awesome company. You know, why are you going to spend most of the time, you know, staring down at the power meter? There'll be plenty of time for that later. So I was playing a little bit with the camera today, kind of doing some different, some sort of different settings, and you know, I was kind of going to see if I could do some cinematic and change the depth of field a little bit. The 3x zoom is really kind of a cool way to do that. The descent down Ridge Road was just awesome. I mean, this rolling, twisty, turny descent with like awesome views of the valley. It was just fantastic. Loved it. So it became time to head on home. We had about 12 miles left. A couple little good hits. But all in all, it was just the perfect balance between a good endurance workout, camaraderie, and awesome weather. Didn't really tack or anything. We just had a great time and enjoyed. Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, he apologized. Gorgeous day. Saturday morning graveler. I'm gonna try to make it a tradition.